Florida Congresswoman Paulina Luna joins us now. Thank you for joining us, Congresswoman. What does it tell you when you look out to California and you see the governor of California, who is among the top 2 or 3 most talked about Democrats for being the standard bearer for that party in 2028? He is more upset that the feds busted a child labor ring than he is that there was a child labor ring going on in his state.
It is so grossly offensive. Look, I am the first Mexican-American woman elected to the House of Representatives from the state of Florida. And what I will tell you is, when I see that type of rhetoric and they try to make it seem like if you want border security, if you don't agree with children working in fields, if you want to make sure that people are coming here the right way, and they say that that's xenophobic and racist, I look at that type of perspective and I realize they really don't care what happens to these illegals. They don't care about Hispanic Americans. And really what they're doing, Charlie, is they're actually treating Hispanic Americans as if we're dumb. Back during the BLM riots, when they were fundraising off of a deceased black man by the name of George Floyd for the Democrat re-elections, looking to do that essentially with the same thing in the midterms, they're simply inserting, instead of a BLM flag, a Mexican flag. And I don't buy it, because I know firsthand what happens to these communities when illegal immigration goes unvetted and unchecked. And honestly, kudos to Fetterman for actually standing up to his own party. There's a massive identity crisis in the Democrat Party right now. They're still trying to figure out and wrap their minds around how the fact is that Trump was able to broker a peace deal and a ceasefire in Israel between Hamas and in Gaza. And what I will tell you is that, they don't want to admit when the president's right. And frankly, they're trying to run on this in the midterms. And so I think it's time for the Democrats to wake up. This is not right. And it's frankly shameful that they're not condemning the fact that there was children working on this marijuana farm.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to remember that we've been, talking about this problem for over 20, 30, 35 years now, because Joe Biden managed to throw so much diesel fuel onto the problem in his quick 4 years. Mm-hmm. But, there was a time when we actually would talk about the fact that it was very important to make sure that we separated the illegal aliens from legal migrants that came into the country. And Democrats today now lump everybody together, and they think, well, if we're open borders and you're Hispanic, then you have to vote for us. You have to support us.
Look, I want to remind the American people and the viewers especially that President Trump overwhelmingly won the Hispanic American vote. And frankly, it's honestly offensive to actually even imply that only illegals are Hispanic, when in actuality, we know that the numbers show that there's been many large amounts of numbers of military-age males coming from China, Africa, and also the Middle East. And so the whole idea of them branding illegals as just being Hispanic just goes to show that it's propaganda. Again, the largest voting minority in the country now is Hispanic Americans of Mexican descent. So that's why you're seeing these TMU riots, because we all know that the riot funding is coming from individuals backed by the CCP. But these anti-immigration ICE enforcement riots are actually just inserting, again, a Mexican flag instead of a BLM flag with the same end goal, and that's communism.
It's kind of interesting, the timing. It was like right on time. Mm-hmm. Karen Bass comes in and offers actual cash cards to illegals who have been disrupted by these ICE raids, almost like she's trying to pay off these illegals, I don't know, to keep them in the country, or I don't know why.
I will say that anyone that's doing that has no idea what happens to these families that are actually coming here. The fact is if they are coming here, as you're seeing what happened on this pot farm, and it's not actually, unfortunately, uncommon. We know that Purdue and Tyson chicken farms actually were busted for hiring illegal children. Not even hiring, they had illegal children working in their slaughterhouses, okay? That's completely wrong. But I will tell you is that briberies don't work. The welfare system is not the American dream, and that's why we have to have legal immigration.
Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.